What's going on? Welcome to this episode of how we should be practicing and what we should be practicing. We're going to use beginners in this example, but my name is Michael Wagner. I've been a teacher for 20 years, beginner to intermediate guitarist, and this is FretRepz and FretRepz.com, which will help you organize all of your systems. Let's get to it. All right, let's get started on the chopping block today. In our setup, we have the 4-note chromatic, 3-note chromatic. Then we're going to go over to our shape 5 pentatonic, shape 1, shape 2 pentatonics as well. And after that, we might jump to the 5 phases of strumming, followed by a little jam track. Now, this is not beginner. This is a little bit later beginner. If you want, you can head over to FretRepz.com. If you go to the app, there is a section at the very top called Guided Learning. You can just click start on this guided learning and it is going to help you understand and organize things exactly the way they should be. Now, you may be ahead of a few spots, but trust me, if you look at it, we are trying to go deep, not wide. You'll hear me talk about this all the time. While sure, there's plenty of things to learn on guitar, and frankly, it's kind of infinite in an amazing way, as life is, but let's not get too heady. In this situation, we really only need to master 10 or 18 things. And if we can get those and go deep, not wide on guitar, you're going to have everything you want. Guitar is super awesome in the way that it moves and stays with the pieces together. So guitar only really has 5 pieces and they move together. But let's lock in. One of the things that I found the most difficult with people learning, whether they're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, is how do we practice? And then in what order do we practice? And how do we stay consistent? So one of the hardest things, and nobody can bring you to this table, but it will give you everything you want, is ultimately trying to have some semblance of consistency. A little bit over a few days will get you so much further. So let's take a look at this. We're going to go kind of deep, not wide, on what this practice regimen would be. If you look right over here, there's the right direction, you'll see the layout. And you can see in this situation, if we're at the app, it has our drills in order. It has the amount of times that we're going to play it, the beats that we're going to play it, our repetition, as well as intervals and breaks between those. This is massive. Why? Because 1, you only have to play for about 10 minutes or so, but 2, it teaches you how to play, break. Let your body learn. Play, break. It also teaches you how to be at the threshold of your learning, which means that the next day you start there, and a few 2, 3, 4 days in a row, then you can boost that speed up. So if you're at 60, you can go to 65. 65, you can go to 80. As we evolve too, we go ahead and immediately apply what we're learning with some music, which is a lot of fun, but it's also tough. So don't worry, if this is where you're at, let's talk about how to perfect your practice routine and give you the best ROI, because none of us have enough time. We need time, and this will help you get time. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. So if we're to get started, I built my practice playlist right here. You guys saw it before, but I have this as the setup. I'm going to hit start. When I come in here now, automatically, I already know I've got 1 repetition. I've got my tempo at 80, my work time at, oddly, 57, let's say 60, but why not? With a little bit of rest time after that. I highly recommend 15 seconds of rest. Now we have a nice visual down here too, but it would look like this. We'd hit start, have that countdown. 1, 2, ready, go. You got the nice visual at the bottom. All right, we're working our way up. I'm going to pause it. That's pretty quick. If you're a beginner or if you're working on your alternate picking, highly recommend or slowing down, or you can come in here and you can just mute your sound so you can keep with that work time, but find a pace that works for you, trying to get those hands working together as we alternate ups and downs, okay? moving on to our next drill, and real quick, if you want, you can come up here and click the tutorial, and it will really help you go even deeper with that drill or specific thing that you're doing. If you head to the skill builder section in those videos, it will really go deep on exactly how to control both your hands. So let's say we're on our third repetition of this one. Right after we finish it, it would move us straight to the next drill, 3-note chromatic. You're going to get a 15-second rest break, so you can just chill for a second, and then you can get ready. We got our visuals still in here, but let's say we're going, and we've done this before. Let's get ready, starting on our 5th fret. Here we go. 2, ready, go. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. 3 repetitions gives us our tempo, so we know our thresholds, we know how far we're supposed to be, and we can keep pushing our thresholds. Because if we didn't push our thresholds, well, then I'd be the greatest guitarist in the world, because I've been teaching people these things all day for ages. But if I'm not pushing my limits, then I only get so much better. So we want to be on the edge of our limits, trying to teach ourselves how to maintain clarity and control and presence, but continuously pushing that. Same thing. After this one finishes, we're going to be on the pentatonic scale G shape, shape 5. This is a fantastic scale. You're going to be able to go super deep with this over time. So if you think you're accustomed to this and you're used to this, just double check that everything looks right. If we're looking at it on our drill, typically, if we're in our major position, we're going to start with our ring finger on the 3rd fret, and we're going to start with a down pick and then up on the next string. Down, up, down, up, down. So make sure you watch the tutorial video and maybe even go to the skill builder on this and make sure that you're just 100% confident and clear. Then find your thresholds and push those. If it's 120, 180, 220, etc., push those up. If you'll notice right here, you'll see note division. As you get up towards 220, that metronome starts just really hammering you. I'd highly recommend down here, put it in 8ths and return back to like 110 or 100, and then play 8th notes. If you're not familiar with what an 8th note is, then that's exactly where you should be playing anyways. The 8th note is going to play in between the beats. So let's say that we're here on 8th notes, and let's start this. We'll play 8th notes. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and we're going to play in between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, I know I was off timing on that one there, but you can play 8th notes as you get faster. This will keep your data, stats, and everything that you're doing at the actual threshold that you're playing, but you'll start working how to play, learning and working in between the beats that you hear on the metronome. Really fantastic for growth as you continue advancing. Let's hop to the next one. This is going to be our pentatonic E shape, shape 1. This is right after our G, so I'm teaching you the caged sequence as you go through this. So when you're learning and you're over on YouTube or wherever else, it's great to get these, but in order is really, really important, because in order, you're going to start seeing how the neck connects, because G becomes E, E becomes D, C, and then A. And then if you learn this way and you learn in order, you're going to eventually subtly learn the caged sequence, and you're going to also learn how to play in G major across the neck in that pentatonic, okay? So, wow, we don't play in this shape that much, the E shape. Fantastic for dexterity. Again, watch that tutorial video if you're not sure, but we want to keep our fingers in lanes while we play our E shape pentatonic and grow on it, okay? And make sure that we're playing in our lanes as we're working on our dexterity. Make sure our alternate picking is staying. Next up, guess what? You guessed it, shape 2. So that means we got our G, then we've got our E shape, then we got our D shape. This is, again, teaching you how to get up the neck, and it's really helping us with our understanding subtly in the background as well as our dexterity. So if you're going to put time in, you might as well learn in a specific order so that you're getting so much more out of it down the road. The app will really help you with that. It'll be teaching you while you're being taught, okay? Subtly, you're going to be learning a lot of stuff while you're being taught. Moving on. you might head over to our 5 phases of strumming or something that gets our hands moving and back on the guitar neck. We got some jam tracks that are coming in there as well. I love to apply the things that we're doing to music. Let's go ahead and pull some music up here and get an idea of what I mean by that. All right, here's a quick jam track, so we're going to kind of play along with it. So if we worked on what we had before, we could practice our shapes in this. So shape 5, here we go. That's a really easy way to practice our scale shapes and start getting used to music. You could do that with your shape 1 as well and your shape 2. As you get a little more confident with that, after you're done, again, do the drills with the threshold. That's really going to help you grow super fast. You can ultimately play and start jamming and start moving. You don't have to go straight in order of your scales. So you can start playing a little musically, you know. That's not easy. That takes time going through our scales, but you can do it in all your scale shapes. I'm teaching you in the key of G. Find a jam track that's in the key of G on our app or anywhere, or a song that you like, some John Mayer, whatever your vibe is, all right? Maybe some throwback 70s, Zeppelin, I don't care. Whatever floats your boat, find a jam track in the key of G. Now, if we want to work on our 5 phases of strumming as well, we would take our metronome and we would turn on our metronome. In this situation, we'll say G, C, D. So let's start our G, C, D working with our metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, if we go back to, let's say, number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's phase 1. Then phase 2, strumming the 1 with movement. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's say this is right where we're at. Just stay there, stay comfy. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's say that we're a little bit, we're evolving and we feel better. You can go to phase 3, strum the 1 and the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Or phase 4 with that down, down, up. Here we go. Down, down, up, 3, 4. Okay, again, this is not easy. I'm playing at a fairly quick tempo, and if you really watch, this is a great video. The 5 phases of strumming is something I built for 20 years to help you master how to strum the guitar. People don't realize that it's really not that easy, and we have to learn how to turn things on and off like a light switch with our right hand, which means our left hand has to be really comfortable, which cue back the 5 phases of strumming. This will really help you. If you deep dive and really understand the 5 phases of strumming, it will really, really help you strum for the rest of your life and strum anything that you want. So let's say we got through the 5 phases of strumming here on the backside. We could head back to that jam track and we could start trying to strum along with it, right? Let's say we're jamming now. Let's go back to our scales, right? Let's add a little movement to it in our shape 1. All right, I think you get the gist. It is so important that if we're going to sit down and spend time with guitar, we might as well get everything out of it that we possibly can. I can't preach this enough. How much structure, consistency, organization, playing in the same path and the same route is going to massively improve your playing, okay? We learn to get our thresholds. We learn to push our boundaries. We stay clear on what we're doing, and we don't get caught up too far down the road. Your playing is going to get so much better, so much faster. FretRepz is built for that. The app is built for that. Now, everything that content I have on there is here for free 100%. There's nothing I'm hiding and nothing I'm putting around it. However, the app is there to help create structure and consistency. It also helps you get stats and data and everything so that you know where you've been, so that you know where you are going, okay? I built it 100% for you and for that. I absolutely love getting somebody that has picked up and put down guitar multiple times, or as a beginner, finally to get there, to be able to play guitar, to be able to interact with other people, and to be able to have those foundations of the things that they need to have fun on guitar for the rest of their life. I often talk about this with guitar, that guitar feels like you're kind of in the middle of a dark forest and it feels scary, but it's actually beautiful. It just needs to be daytime, and guitar is kind of difficult around the beginning, intermediate, or when you're stuck. But if you can get those 10 or 18 things that I'm talking about, those things that are in the app, head over to the guided learning. Don't rush it. Go deep on what it's trying to teach you. Really try to get it under your hand. You'll turn the corner in that forest. The sun will come up. You'll come out and you'll see the whole valley of guitar. Guitar is very modular. It moves really, really easy and magnificently together. It is a fantastic instrument, and it's not nearly as hard as people make it out to be. It's not easy, but it's not super crazy and super difficult. You just have to get really deep on the things that I'm talking about. Those pentatonic shapes, those major shapes, and then starting to get our chord shapes and our strumming in the right order, in the right playing. Be clear on how we're playing those 5, 10 chord shapes. Okay? Until next time, head over to FretRepz.com if you want to try the app. Greatly appreciate it. It's there for you. Or follow along with this video. You guys know what to do. We very much appreciate it as well for any subscribes and follows. Until next time, catch you later. Hey, you made it this far, and that is absolutely awesome. That means that you truly care about learning and understanding. That's why I built FretRepz for you. It offers clarity, tracks progress, and turns drills into real skills. No more wasted time, no more guessing. Head to the link below or go to FretRepz.com and give it a try. Also, if you found this information helpful, please subscribe and ring that notification bell because we got plenty more coming. FretRepz. Practice smarter, play better.